Wigs.
Hello everyone. Hello there. Spell sync, whole concept. How you guys doing? We've got 5 minutes yet. Just putting the last of the pieces of things together. And we'll start. Right. Let me know how the sound is, guys. Let me know if it's too loud, too soft. Like, if it's okay. We'll have to apologize, guys, because hair's a bit of a mess today. It's a bad hair day. Right, there we are. Okay. Oh, the map! Get the map up. We've got the map. Where did I put him? It's the one with the river. There it is. Alright. Done. In fact, I want to put it over here. Oh no. Hey, put it on the other screen. It resizes itself. That's no good. Loud and clear. Okie dokie. Right. Whew. Right, let's go. I don't know. You know, every time I start the camera, I'm not sure if I'm sat in the right place for it. We'll soon find out. Here we go. Where's my transition? Oh, there it is. Hello. Ah, good. I got it. Love it. Love it. Right. There we go. Okay. So, hello. John Atkinson. Hello, welcome. Spellsing, Cold Concept. Cold Concept, John Atkinson. Don't remember seeing your name, so welcome if you're a first time viewer. Spellsing's got his fighting fantasy hat on, ready for some Zagar butt kicking. I've got my hot chocolate. The milk went moldy, so can't really have coffee. So hot chocolate it is, with my flask of juiciness. And those gold biscuits, they all went, by the way. So I've replaced with rich tea. I've had these for ages, but who likes rich tea biscuits? So yeah, when we do have meals, I have a little nibble on the bickies, you know? So how is everybody? How is everybody doing? Here we are again with the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. I can't wait to finish this one off. We're at the halfway point in the adventure, you know, where the river comes through. We literally just came up across the river last week. Had to sort of end the stream because I'm still recovering and I was knackered. But we're gonna finish it this time. We're gonna finish it this time. Nice to see you. Oh, I got you now. Rhymester. So, how's it going, mate? So, thank you for joining in. If you're new to these streams, basically every fortnight we read a fighting fantasy book. You guys get to make the choices, though. And if you are a member on my channel, you actually will get the priority choice if you highlight it, your message. If you have the ability to like highlight a message. So you get the soul priority. And I also want to welcome Kieran Burke to he's a first class passenger. So thank you so much for signing up, Kieran. For anybody who really who wants to become a member, just down below there is a join button. You can join up and you can choose how much as well. You don't have to be stuck with one. All good here. I think we had 2 or 3 required keys. Yes, we've got 2. Do we need 3? I always thought it was just 2. Well, yeah. You nearly missed me, Rivet. Hey, how's it going, Rivet? Thank you very much. So yeah, we're gonna get going soon. And then obviously the next adventure book we read will be Citadel of Chaos in a couple of weeks when we resume our fortnightly. I really wish I could do this every week, but obviously like other things, other commitments, and you know, if yeah, I guess, yeah, I kind of almost wish this was my job, but you know, So, right. We're going to start in a couple of minutes. So if you guys want to make a coffee or get a drink or whatever, you're all good to go. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, guys, I found for the mugs, I found somebody local in Birmingham. So I'll be putting in. I'll be sort of in the next couple of weeks. I'll be sending off the images, and yeah, it's gonna be happening, guys. You guys have made me do it. So I think can you guys hear that music? Is that too distracting, or not? Let me know. You've been good. You've been hot here lately. Late summer in down under. No? Oh, gosh, yeah. When we have winter, you guys are sweating down there. And vice versa. Yeah. Man, I hope it's not been, like, unbearably hot. Actually, no. Like, not unbearable till it's uncomfortable, but, the heat is bloody beautiful. It's like much better than the cold. Much better. We've had snow here. Like the last few days, it's been snowing, and we've had lots of snow. It's now melting off, so it's all very wet now. Kind of like the sound of the cave, to be fair. Fighting fantasy books is such a big part of your childhood, mate. That Fighting fantasy is a big part of my adulthood. Was a good, big part of my childhood as well. I remember when I bought my first, fighting fantasy book with my own money, and enjoyed certain stories throughout the years. And yeah, it's still here. It's still as a big part of the adulthood. In fact, on Facebook the other day, I don't know if anybody knows one of the illustrators, Alan. Actually, I won't say his name. He probably doesn't want me to, name check him or anything. But one of the illustrators of Fighting Fantasy told me that he actually is a subscriber to my channel, that he watches, and follows my channel. And I was like, what? Wow! I couldn't believe that. I was like, that's ace. So, yeah. You just never know. You never know who's watching. You never know who's there, So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting through this. We to be honest, we've been very lucky with this story so far. The character that we've already created is the same one we're going to carry on. We had 2 keys. We had, it says soaps here. What, that can't be right. No, 50 gold pieces, that is. Sorry, not soaps. We had a collection of soaps from a troll within the mountain. Yeah, we picked up a jewel that's worth 50 gold pieces. We've got 7 meals left, guys. We've got a sword, and we have a shield that reduces our damage by half when we're in thingies, when we're in battle. We also have a potion of skill, which we haven't used yet. Speaking of which, our skill is 9. Our stamina currently is 22, that is the initial level as well. And we have 11 luck, which again, that is the initial. Like, all of our stats are still at their initial level. Yeah, we really have got... Hey, Flaming Heron, welcome back, mate. We really have done well, I think, with this book. I mean, we're halfway through. We're at the river, so... Hey, Daniel-san. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And, again, if this is your first time to the channel, we've been doing this for years and bloody loving it. But recently, I've been working with somebody in the chat here, where we're actually going to, in the future, release maybe a 3-volume set of books containing these. The maps to the books, guys. The gold holy grail. where you can literally see where you are. And I've got that up here. I know exactly where we are. So let me just undo that one so I can do that. There we go. So yeah, so I can track, you know, where we're going and, you know, what's going to happen. And yeah, your first book, John, was The Forest of Doom. Do you know what? I remember reading that. I rented it out from my local library, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't want to take it back. Obviously, I had to, and I did. But it's yeah. The Book of Maps will be awesome. Yes, the Book of Maps, mate, are going to the dude. The Book of Maps will be awesome. Obviously, there's a lot of legalities that actually have to be overcome first. Me personally, like, obviously somebody's doing the illustrations and I'll be doing the words. And what I'd like to have happen is for each book in question, for the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, is a collection of stories from the writer, from the illustrator, and from the fans. So you get like a little bit of a digest to read, as well as the map to you know, it's not just going to be literally just a book of maps, but there'll be like you know, a piece on each book as well, like a short story, you know, for what that book contains, but not like a full in-depth like review or synopsis, because obviously, what's the point in playing the book if you're gonna read it in this book here? But yeah, there'll be a must-buy. It's good. They're a couple of years away yet, guys. Don't get too excited. Like they're a couple of years, and obviously there's a lot of hurdles to overcome yet. So it's, you know, Death Trap Dungeon in school library at school was your first cold concept, mate. Oh, brilliant. Guys, do me a favor, like, you know, share out the stream to your social medias, your personal ones. Like, don't spam groups and shit. But, yeah, let people know. Like I said, members of the channel have a bit more priority in terms of decision making and other features than subscribers do. But if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, like this video. It really does help me, honestly. And obviously the live stream is available after we finish, so you can rewatch it if you can't make it all the way through. But I think we should be F's in the chat to start. Oh, also, my internet was playing up yesterday. I tried to do a stream on Twitch, and for some reason it was just, I couldn't. When I first started my OBS up, it actually said error, you can't stream. I was like, restarted it, and then now it's working. So I'm a bit like, I'm hoping everything's going to be fine, but please, oh please don't do this to me. But if it does just cut out, it's because there's technical, like, network errors, problems here. But hopefully we will be okay. Okay, let's begin, guys. We are on page, yep, there we are. So, I don't actually know how much of a delay there will be between, it might be a little bit longer of a delay. Yesterday, when I tried to stream on Twitch, there was like a 5 to 10 minute delay. Man, I can't wait 5-10 minutes for a fucking decision. So, we'll see how we go. It only seems to be literally about 20 seconds though, so should be okay. Right, here we are, guys. You are on the south bank of an underground river, facing across its black depths. There appear to be 4 ways to cross this river. To your left, my left, there's a rusted bell that bears the sign, Ferry Service, 2 gold pieces. We haven't got any gold pieces, by the way. Please ring. There is a small raft in front of you on the bank with a long stick resting beside it. You could punt across the river, you know. There's a rickety old bridge, and it crosses to the right. If you don't trust any of these, you can actually just swim across the river. So guys, how do you want to get across? Do you want to ring the bell? Do you want to get into the raft and sort of make your own way across? Do you want to risk walking the bridge, or do you want to swim? What do you want to do, guys? Turn right. Mate, that's not even one of the options, Flaming Heron, so I don't know what that means, mate. Some of the books were impossible to complete. In Armies of Death, you have to lose a luck roll to get a vital item. Really? I don't think I've ever come across that. Wow. Oh, you're just testing it, mate. Okay, no worries. Okay. Cheers, mate. Okay, I got you. Right, so what do we want to do, guys? Ring the bell, punt across with the raft, risk the bridge, or swim it. And let me know if my little afro thing falls off here, because I need to find some sellotape. Really could do with it. The raft. John says, let's get in the raft. Right. Let's nick his raft, whoever's it is. Like, I mean, we're an adventurer on the hunt for a wizard. I mean, hang on. This we sound a little bit like Luke Skywalker in this book, you know. But that is literally an adventure, and we've got to banish the evil from within. So you're only a bit further into this book than this part, so I'll have to dip in a little bit. Great stream. Thank you, Cold Concept, for coming anyway. Right, here we go. You climb on the raft and start to punch your way across the river. This going is not easy at all. In the middle of the river, the raft seems to take on a will of its own. Whoa! And bobs up and down dangerously. You realize it is attempting to capsize itself and throw you into the river. Might have to swim after all, guys. You may either trust your strength and luck to hold on and keep punting to the north side, or just jump in the water and attempt to swim back to the south bank, guys. What do we want to do? Flaming Aaron says, our raft now. Mate, it sounds like it's got a mind of its own. Is it our raft? Sounds like a marriage almost. Right, what are we going to do, guys? Are we going to, hold on for dear life and trust that the muscle and luck of the gods is with us? Or are we just going to jump ship into the water and swim back to where we just came from? What do you want to do? The army story is true. Okay? I don't think I've ever come across that in that book before. Like, obviously, these books have got multiple paths of going through, to complete them, and like, do you know what? I don't think I've done every single path in every single book. I think there's some paths and some bits of a book that I've never read before, and that's why I enjoy continuing to read these books, to discover new areas of each book. Right, we're gonna stay with the raft. Stick with the raft. Don't get shafted by the raft. Let's stick to it. Keep punting. Keep on punting. Keep on burning. Right, here we go. Roll 2 dice, it says. Okay. Roll 2 dice. I rolled a 9. If the total rolled is less than or equal to your luck, so we're rolling against our luck, so we minus it by 1 then, which we were lucky. Oh, and is also less or equal to your stamina. Definitely 9 is less than 22. Then you manage to hold on and maneuver the raft across the north bank. Do not deduct a luck point, it says. Wow. We get to keep our luck, guys. Trust in our luck, it's never failed us. Yeah. You arrive safely, but as you step out onto the bank, a dart hits you in the chest and you die. No, it doesn't say that. The raft drifts away and makes its own way across the river to the south bank. Dude, that raft has got a mind of its own. I wouldn't say it's our raft, mate. We had it on loan. You are on the north bank of a fast-flowing river in a large underground cavern. Okay. Piranhas. Bloody hell. We dodged that bullet. Right, guys, we are past the river now. That's it. Welcome to Steveland. Facing northwards, the rock face is smooth and glistening with moisture. Moss of many different hues grows on the surface. There is an eerie silence, punctuated only by the splashings of the river as it flows behind you. You've got 3 options, guys. The cheek of the raft. There's a passage that runs off to the northwest. We can take that route. There is a large timber door directly in front of us in the middle of the rock face, so we can open that door. Or there is another passage that runs along the river eastwards, and we can follow this along the riverbank. So Uno, dos, tres, guys. What do you want to do? Do you want to take the passage that runs northwest? Do you want to go through the door? Okay, that is in front of you in the rock, or the passage that runs to the river east. Do we want to go there? What do you want to do? What shall we do? I think northwest takes us to an important place holding boathouse key. So you want to go northwest, yeah? Is that what you're saying, or is that you just sort of noting this? Oh no, John said the door. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry, John. John said open the door. A large timber door is directly in front of you in the middle of the rock face. Open the door. Knock knock. Avon calling. You find yourself in a short, narrow passageway with a door ahead to the north. You try the door. It tastes very good. Let's have some more. The door squeaks open on rusty hinges. The room is dark and your eyes begin to adjust themselves as you close the door behind you. You hear a shuffling in the room. But before you can react, there is a blow to your head and it knocks you unconscious. What? Lose 2 stamina points. The fuck? Guys, what's going on here? Seriously, like, have we just been killed? Oh my gosh. Guys, this is the picture associated with the passage I have to read now. John, what have you done, mate? Look at that. We've walked into a room of crackheads, guys. You awake with a throbbing head and look around. The room is about 8 meters square with doors to the north and south. You have just been dumped. You've just been dumped, guys. You just got a phone call from your ex, or sorry, from your current girlfriend, and you've been dumped whilst you're in the mountain. You've just been dumped in the center of the room, and you've just been dumped in the southwest corner. Standing motionless in the center of the room are 4 dudes. At least they appear to be dudes. Their skin is greeny grey color. Their clothes are tattered and torn, and they are all staring vacantly at the ceiling, like, basically. One carries a club, one a scythe, one an axe, and one a pick. They are ignoring you completely, though. You always feel this is the start of the second half. Around the room are various peasant-style weapons, pitchforks, axe handles, pointed sticks, 1 or 2 shields, and several barrels. In the northeast corner is a human corpse with a sword in one hand and a shield in the other. Dudes, I think this is about to be us. Zombies look like some of my dates. God, man. You move your hand up to your head to feel for signs of blood, and you're relieved to find that you're not actually bleeding. Yay. But as your hand moves, the strange creatures in the center of the room turn their eyes down towards you. How creepy would that be, guys, if this was like a TV show and you're like, you just wake up, you're like, oh the fuck, and then you see, you know, the Walking Dead here, right? And then, you know, you're like, you do this, and then they just go like this. They go, and they just turn to look at you, and you're like, you know, that would be creepy as shit. Right. What do you want to do, guys? Do you want to try and talk to them and say, yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? Or do you want to jump to your feet and charge them with your sword, or scramble for the nearest door, which will be the south door? So we can either try and leg it out the door, we can try and get to our sword and hack our way through the zombie fest, or we can try and relate to them, guys. What do you want to do? Man, this is going to be interesting, this is. We need to deal with that throbbing head. Tim says charge. Hello, Tim. Welcome to the stream. Tim says get up and charge him, man. All right, okay. Charge! Attack! Be gone, you demons. The wretch is at my local. Right. Okay, guys. Right. Oh, my God. Guys, there's 4 zombies we gotta fight. This could be a short stream. The 4 creatures shuffling towards you are mindless zombies. Their vacant eyes suggest that their actions are controlled by a will which is not their own. Definitely druggies. You are still too dizzy to think properly, but you must act quickly. The first zombie reaches you and prepares to swing his big club. You must fight him. He's got a skill of 7 and a stamina of 6. Now, for those that are new to this channel, the way we do the fights is not like the book says. So in the book, the way you do your fight is you each roll for your attack strength. Whoever has the highest, the other opponent loses 2 points of stamina. We don't do that. That would take forever for a battle. So what we do is, you know, like, so for instance, we've got a skill of 9. This zombie has a skill of 7. So that's a 2-point difference. So the zombie has to -2 from his dice roll, okay? And then whoever wins out of the dice rolls, it's the difference of the dice roll that gets deducted from the stamina. In our case, because we have a shield, we only have to do half of that, so we're pretty badass. So that's how we do the fights, because it's a bit more dynamic. Also, I've introduced a modifier. So, for instance, if we or the enemy roll a double 1, that means we've gone to strike at them and fallen on our own sword and killed ourselves instantly, which can happen to them just as much as it can happen to us, and it just makes it a bit more interesting. But on the other hand, if we roll a double 6, which obviously double 1s and double 6s don't happen very often, but if we roll a double 6, or if they roll a double 6, whoever rolls it, that instantly kills the opponent in one go. We did the fatal kill shot, do you know what I mean? And it can happen to them, or to us, just as much as we to them. So it just makes it a bit more interesting with fights, you know? So a double 1 will kill us, a double 6 will kill them, and vice versa. Okay? Anyway, let's roll. Let's fight! Here we go. So the zombie has to -2 off its dice roll, and it rolled... Imagine that. It rolled a 7, which becomes a 5. So it's got a 5. We roll a 7, so it loses 2 points, which means it's down to 4. So I hope that is clear the way we do it. It just makes the fight scenes a little bit more quicker, and you know, you're not just fighting forever. Right, so the zombie now rolls a 7, which again becomes a 5, and we roll a 3. So we lose 2 points ourselves. Oh, no, sorry, 1 point. We lose only 1 point because of the shield. The shield, honestly, is such a godsend. Right, zombie rolled a 9, which becomes a 7. We roll an 8, so it loses 1. It's down to 3 now. We're hacking this zombie. Zombie rolls a 9, which becomes a 7. We roll a 3, which means that's a 4-point difference, but we only lose 2. So we're down to 17. Zombie rolls a 5, which becomes a 3. We roll a 6, so we kill that zombie. Zombie dead. If you defeat the first zombie, add 2 luck points, which we can't because we're maxed out, and turn to face the other 3 zombies. 1 with a scythe, 1 with a pick, and 1 with an axe. They all have a skill of 6. The first 2 have a stamina of 6, and the third one has a stamina of 5. So that's a 3-point difference to the zombie. So the zombie loses 3 on its, you know. Is this fight handled individually? Yeah. We're not going to be like you know, all 3 at the same time, where that's 18. Like, we'd have to battle up against 18 if we did them all together. Sometimes we do. If they're low enough, we'll add them together as one fight, so you're fighting 2 at once. But man, we just need to do individuals, I think. So skill of 6, that's a 3-point difference. So he rolled a 8, which becomes a 5, and we rolled a 10. He's down to 1 straight away. Mr. Scythe is Mr. You know, dead almost, pretty much. He's literally hanging off like, you know. He rolled a 4, which becomes a 1, so he's dead. Anything we roll will kill him, unless we roll a double 1, which we didn't, so he's dead. Now it's Mr. Pick. So again, -3. He rolled a 7, which becomes a 4. We roll a 4, so nothing happens during that round. He rolled a 7, which again becomes a 4. We roll a 6. He loses 2. He's down to 4. He rolls a 10. 10. That's 7. We roll a 5. That's 2 points, but we only lose 1. We're down to 16. He gets one in. He gets one in on us. God, you got me in the side, mate. What the hell? Mr. Scythe. No, Mr. Pick we're up against. Oh, hang on. We're fighting against Mr. Scythe, not Mr. No, we killed Mr. Pick. Mr. Scythe. We're fighting Mr. Pick, sorry. Yeah, sorry. So, and he's got 4. He's got a stamina of 4. So he rolls a 10, which is a 7. We roll a 5. He got a 7. That's 2, so we lose 1. Bloody hell, mate. They're slowly picking us off. They're slowly picking us off. Thinking some fights, it either is fighting one at a time or each at once, but it assumes you just... I don't know. Right. He rolled a 10, which becomes a 7. We rolled an 8, so he loses 1. He's down to 3 now. Where I come from, we have to fight zombies all in one go. Mate, how are you going to 18? You can't. It's impossible. Skill of 9, and they've got a combined thing of 18. Thinking some fights, it either is fighting one at a time or each at once. Well, that's one at a time, so that's the same thing. But it's assumed you're just defending the others. Yeah. There is a whole section on fighting multiple creatures at once, but we don't listen to the rules, mate. We make our own rules up. Alright, he rolled a 5, which becomes a 2. We rolled a 7, so he's dead. So it's Mr. Axe, guys. Mr. Axe is the last one standing. Last zombie alive. He rolls a 7, which becomes a 4. And we roll a 7. So he loses 3. He's down to 2 points of stamina. This is an easy one. He rolled an 8, which becomes a 5. And we killed him with that dice roll. Done. Defeated all 4 of them, guys. Whew. Guys, I'm fucking knackered now already. And sweating for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, man, I need a drink now. Who needs rules? Where we're going, rules. Where we're going, we don't need rules. Fighting Fantasy combat system was already robust. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it wasn't, mate. We just, for the purposes of a live stream, we, you know, quicken it up a bit. Make it more interesting. Come on. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, how many people, how many times have read this book? We all know exactly where to go. So to make it a bit more interesting, we tweak the combats. So there's that element of, will we make it or not, guys? Rich Tea Biscuit time. So, Spellsinger, you were saying that we need to have a meal? Zombies are now dead. They're deader than dead. Yeah, we killed the dead, basically. Are you guys saying that you want to eat a meal? Because if you ate a meal, you could have one meal, which would be thingied. You could have a meal which would take you up to 19. Zombies and Creature of Havoc were much more fearsome. Mate, Creature of Havoc is a book. I can't wait to get to that one and to do the creature shit. Do you know what I mean? That book is a right mental book, I'm telling you. Like, so hard and so much fun. A really good idea, having it from the point of view of the creature, like, you don't know who you are. I really enjoy that. But who actually reads the entire intro in that book, guys? Who actually reads all of the backstory? Creature of Havoc was tough all round. Yes to a meal. Okay, so we're having one meal, guys. We got 6 meals now left. And we're back up to 19 on the old meter scale, which means I get a rich tea biscuit. So, it's a brand new... I've had this pack for like 3 weeks, guys. These things never go off. They're so... I mean, rich tea, man. These biscuits once used to be the very... well, that broke in half. Fuck that one. Right. These biscuits, guys, used to be the very high society. Like, the best biscuit ever. Do you know what I mean? Probably why it's called rich tea and not poor tea. But now, these are the most blandest biscuits you'll ever get. Everyone's taste levels have gone. Mealtime. I know where to go, and it's actually possible for a hapless 7 character. Oh, 7 skill 14. Okay, yeah. To scrape through Firetop Mountain the first time. Not the return. Meant one at a time, but you won't wound anyone you aren't in combat with. Okay. The language code is hard to work out. It's a code system, isn't it? Or is it just like Steve went like this at his keyboard and randomly typed anything? Or is it all coded? Like, I don't know. Yeah, really innovative. Like, Steve's books are always something fresh and new. Like, both Ian and Steve, by the way, are great writers, you know. Ian's books are full of action. They're very easy to understand what your mission is. You know, it's got a very simplified story in a well-structured world. Steve always seems to write something new into the series. So, like, Citadel of Chaos, he had the magic book. Like, it was magic. You know, you literally became almost like Zagar in City of Chaos. You were the wizard. You know, and then, like, Creature of Havoc, he brings a new element into it each time. And actually, that carried forward right until the recent ones with the Secrets of the Fish story, the Salmonist thing. Like, it was literally like you could live a life like Skyrim. You could be an adventuring hero. You know, which was kind of almost, I feel, the first time that was done to that level. Like, it had been done before in another book. Can't remember if it was Deadmore or not. But not to the level. And you had to level your character up to progress through that book, which I thought was a great feature. Multiple reads of that book. You read the intro every time, mate. That intro was like 20 pages long. Yeah, the intro, yeah, Spellsing, exactly, mate. I'd be like, I'm done with this book now until tomorrow. I've read just 30 pages or whatever, mate. Well done, Flamin' Heron, for reading the intro every single time. Can anyone else say that, guys, that they actually read the intro to Creature of Havoc every time they played it? I don't know, mate. Not too difficult. It's just annoying to have to decipher the messages, but obviously necessary. Yeah. I've been reading Ian Livingstone's Crypt to the Sorcerer. Mate, that is a very good book. And do you know what? You think you've nailed it. Ian tricks you into thinking you've completed the book early in the book, and then you realise, oh no, I've actually got to get back now. I've got to survive. The adventure ain't over, mate. Just because you got the gold at the end does not mean the adventure is over. That was a great little nugget in there, I thought. Tim's favourite is Citadel of Chaos. You know what? There's so many books that I love. And I have literally every single one of them, by the way. I've got every single one of the Fighting Fantasy series and the Advanced Fighting Fantasy series and the Sorcery series, including the spell book, and the Introduction series, Literally every single book. We have the opportunity to do any book in the Fighting Fantasy range you want, guys. Crypt of the Sorcerer is really tough. So many instant deaths and essential items. Yeah. TV just went whoa, 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 whoa. That's gonna fall over one day. I need to put like sandbanks or something. Sandbags. To hold that thing down. It's such a flimsy stand. Like, the TV's really good, 4K. Really beautiful. But the stand it sits on is plastic crap. Like, I do miss my other telly, but that got knackered in the move. Crypt of the Sorcerer is hard to complete. Yeah. Crypt of the Sorcerer is a standout Ian book. Not my favourite Ian book, though, I must say. I have other books of Ian's that are my favourites. But, probably my favourite overall in the entire series is the first one that I personally bought with my money, Vault of the Vampire. I love the artwork in it. I love the story. Probably because I'm interested in vampires and werewolves anyway. But I can reread that one again and again. Even though I know everything about it and can find, get everything that I need to go. Right, guys. That's mealtime over. God, that biscuit that fell apart. Right, back to the adventure. Just got to remember what page number we're on now. I remember. I know exactly where we are. I don't know exactly what's coming up, guys. Oh, yeah, baby. Right. The poor wretches lying dead at your feet almost look happy to be relieved of the burden of their life. But as you look down at them, you sense that you are not the only one to know of their deaths. Plot twist. Looking around the room, you may either investigate the weapons that are lying around, go over to the dead body in the northeast corner and say hello to him, or check the barrels. What do you want to do, guys? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Crypt of the Sorcerers. Yeah. When did you buy or get your first book? Fuck me. You know what? It's actually my mate that got me into these books, guys. James Crocker, if you're watching me, you were the man who got me into all this. Actually, I got another story to tell you after a really fucking cool story about Vault of the Vampire. Okay, so yeah, I was 12 or 13, right? And at school, my mate used to read these books. Crypt of the Sorcerer, he lent me, right, to read. And I was like, mate, this is ace. This is amazing. And then my mom got me Dungeoneer for Christmas one time. I think it was when I was 13. She bought me the Dungeoneer book, and I used to play with my mates at home. We used to all do the adventure in that book. And then when I was, I think, 15, because even at that time I didn't realize how many there were. And I think I was about 14 or 15, and I saved up some money. I went to W.H. Smith, and I bought Vault of the Vampire with a Parker pen, a fountain Parker pen, and a book, like a notepad, all for all for under 20 quid. Which was, the pen was like 11 quid, the book was about £5 or £3.50, can't remember, and then the pad was like £2, and that was my first book when I was about 14 or 15. But as I say, when I was 12 or 13, I was given Dungeoneer as a Christmas present. So that's when I got my first book, when I personally bought my first book. You'd love a list of my favorites. I actually have done a top 10 favorites and I believe a top 10 worsts video, which I can't remember. I think it was based off a poll that I did. But like, I've got some really nice favorite. I've got some favorites, yeah. Like, I'll tell you what. In this book here, in this version of this book, it actually goes up to number 53. I mean, I can remember the names anyway of the other ones. But just looking at this list here, Forest of Doom, Starship Traveler, Island of the Lizard King, House of Hell, Space Assassin, Freeway Fighter, Caesar Blood, Rebel Planet, Sword of the Samurai, that was a favorite, Trial of Champions, Robot Commando, I love that one. Midnight Rogue, that was a good one. Daggers of Darkness, I love the cover of Daggers of Darkness. The guy who is surfing two tigers. I mean, you ain't cool until you were surfing on two tigers with an eagle on your shoulder. That's when you're cool, guys. Armies of Death, I love that. Vault of the Vampire, of course. I do like the Spectral Stalkers. I think that was a really nice book. And then, to be honest, they kind of fizzle for me after that. There is some good ones, but they really do fizzle. I really love the earlier stuff as well. Skylord. Skylord is interestingly interesting, I'd say. I enjoyed Skylord. It was just, yeah. It was a parody. Oh, guys, no way. That guy is baller. Yeah, the guy surfing the tigers, man. Skylord was a parody? Was it? Never knew that. Skylord, the cover, reminds me of the Phantom Menace pod race sequence. And Skylord came out way before that film was made. There is a lot from Star Wars inherent in the Fighting Fantasy series. Like, as in, it came here first and then appeared in the Star Wars films. I'm wondering if George Lucas is a fan, to be honest. You like the stories of Spellbreaker and Knights of Doom, but unfortunately both are broken and unplayable gameplay-wise. We played through both of them. Obviously, we probably died. You know. Yeah. Right. Guys, what we doing here, guys? Are we investigating the weapons, going over to the dead dude in the corner, or checking the barrels? Like, I'm loving the chat, and I'm loving the reminiscing, you know? But, you know, we also need to keep going. Never give up, guys. Never give up. I've just seen what Rhymster's done on the map here, and there's like a little fella in the water like that. He's like that in the river. I like that. You play Knights of Doom is super expensive on eBay, dude. Like, the most I've paid for one of these books, I think it was £120. I'm fortunate in the fact that a Lancia was given to me rather than I had to go buy it. I'm very thankful for that. Parody of the game book genre. Well, we should go. I can't wait to get through that. The dead dudes. Oh no, the weapons. We're going for the weapons. Sorry. Rivet, mate, you're a member on my channel. Why? You should use the highlighted feature that's there. Investigate the weapons. Right. I mean, the weapons, guys, we've got a shield and a sword remover. But you don't find anything remarkable about these weapons. You know, pieces of, you know, iron crap, basically. In fact, not a single weapon looks more usual than your own sword. But as you search the debris, you hear a deep thumping from the north, followed by a scream. Dude, I think the dead dude is knocking one out in the corner. You hear a thumping. Oh! Which sends a shiver down your spine, and you rush to the north door to investigate. Someone was just knocking one out in the book here. I wonder why they didn't reprint Knights of Doom with the gameplay bugs fixed. Do you know what? They're like, obviously, Scholastic books have reprinted quite a few of the And Wizard as well. They've reprinted books, but they only have license to reprint the books written by Stephen Ian. They don't have, obviously, if the author has died, the original author, but they don't have the ability to reprint the books that they didn't write. And obviously, Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone's name appears on every single book here, but it doesn't mean they wrote it. A lot of the books, and more than 50% of the books of the whole series, were written by other people. So it's not a case of like, why haven't they reprinted some of these classic books and fixed the bugs? It's a legality issue, you know. Either the writers passed or refused, or the publishing company that owned the rights just won't hand the rights. It's yeah. Basically, Ian told me this. He said, like, it's only their books that they can get reprinted. So if you look at all the Wizard books, you'll only find it's ones that they've already written, like themselves. Yeah. Right. I forgot where I was now. We open the north door. Good thing I've got this bloody map, isn't it? Okay, I got it. Right. Oh, this is going to be good. Ian is alive and responded to my tweet once. No way. Yeah, Ian and Steve are thankfully still alive, guys. But once the guys go, you know, that's, I believe, unless they've made provisions, when Fighting Fantasy is literally, you got what you got. What you got. Although, yeah, they do still have other writers that write currently for the series. You know, I'd love to. I'd love to write one of the books myself. You know, I almost kind of wish that my the book that I wrote, Lords and Kings, for the series that I write for, was a Fighting Fantasy book, because I think people would have enjoyed being able to choose from one of 8 different characters with 8 different storylines within the book to play. All intertwingled in a story, you know, and you play various parts of that adventure. I think people would have really interested. But you still, I mean, you can still do that. If you go into Amazon, type my name in, you'll see all the books I've written. So, right, the door opens and you find yourself in a dark crypt of some kind. The room is very large. At one end is an altar, and various coffins are strewn about the room. There is a door behind you in the south wall, and also one in the west wall. Do you want to investigate this room, guys, full of coffins? There is a picture as well, by the way. That's the room we walked into. Okay. Coffins everywhere. Do you want to investigate the room further, or if the place gives you the creeps, you can leave via the west door. So, what shall we do, guys? Investigate this room or leg it out the west door? The choice is yours, because you are the hero. I like multiple character options in game books. Would have been good if you wrote a book for Fighting Fantasy. Yeah, it'd be ace. I've even come up with a sequel for Blood of the Zombies. You know. Did we get the garlic from Forest of Doom? Uh-oh. Guys, it's a good thing we put that garlic aftershave on this morning, isn't it? Yeah, the Blood of the Zombies sequel that I've kind of like structured out, it opens up that story into a whole world, you know, and that Blood of the Zombies, the original book by Ian, becomes only this small triangle part of a larger narrative, which you get swept up into in the sequel. And I actually did email Ian to offer the story, the written final book that I'd write up, as a fighting fantasy book. So no reply. Who said not get a steak earlier? Yeah, yes. Last week, somebody turned down the old mallet and piece of wood that was a steak and a hammer. Who did that, guys? Who was that? Who said no? Are we going to investigate this room, or are we going to leg it, guys? What do you want to do? What shall we do? Do you know what? I didn't even check the sound of the stream myself. You guys said it's all good though. So. Let's have a listen. See what it's like. Probably get adverts here. Yeah, adverts. Great to join a live stream. I've been meaning to do this for ages. Thanks for having me. I won't get us killed. Mate, you'll take it in turns, mate. Everybody gets us killed. We all take it in turns to kill the story. Like, here we go. Adverts. Gotta wait for the adverts to finish. Remember I had to write a story at school when I was 13. I copied the Battle of the Giant Crab with Mango in Island of the Lizard King. You didn't get good marks? Oh man, your teacher didn't like Fighting Fantasy by the sounds of it. Gotta wait for the adverts to finish. Oh, still going for the adverts, okay. You got headphones on, but it's fine, okay. You guys are probably hearing a lot of feedback, by the way, right now, and I'm very sorry. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do me. I'm happy with that. Right. Man. Has anybody else ever used parts of a Fighting Fantasy book for anything else? You know? Do you know what I always thought would be cool, right? Would be to take the entire series and take a paragraph, like, from each book to create a created story from all the books into one. Like, you know, so like the introduction would probably come, or parts of the introduction would have to come from multiple books to create this created story. But then you choose certain paragraphs from each book to create a new book. I thought that would be pretty interesting to see what would come out. It's like spit it all into a computer, see what comes out. It'd be like a book created by the series itself. You know, like that would be a very interesting idea. And obviously there'd be a lot of paragraphs that you'd remember and go, oh, that's from that book, but it would make sense in this book. Be very interesting to see that. Guys, are we investigating this room? Or are we leaving via the west door? I don't think anybody has said this. I haven't missed anything, have I? The stream is still going, so I know that for sure. I've taken part of a book to make my own game book once. You've taken... Oh, no way, Flaming Heron. You've made your own game book, mate. I'd like to read that, if you can send it to me, mate. I'd love to read that. For anybody who doesn't know, I actually write books and they're published, you know, through Amazon. I've written, I think, 6 books, 6 or 7 books, 2 different types series of books. One's called the 100 series because it's only got 100 paragraphs. They're very short, very difficult to complete. They completely use a different whole system, but they're basically like the Fighting Fantasy style books. And there's about 30 more to come, set in a whole world which is called Rye. And the whole world is actually based off of almost like Queen songs, you know. And then there is a 400 series book just like these, and that's got a bigger fleshed out story. Again, all available on Amazon right now. Just type my name in, you'll find them. Right, we're legging it, basically. We're legging it via the west door. You are in a narrow east to west corridor. Looking eastwards, you can see a crossroads ahead. Here we go, guys. I think we are entering the maze of the Firetop Mountain. If you get... You really have to get one. If you get one, start at the beginning. Like, it's called the Last Evil. Like, or get the 400 series one, because that one you'll probably have the most fun with, and you can play it 8 different ways. So you're in a narrow east to west corridor. Looking west, you see a crossroads ahead, and you go to the crossroads. Standing at the crossroads, you may either go north, west, or south, guys. Here we go. Which way are we going to go, guys? Are we going to go north, south, or west? It says mission complete. Look at that. I like that. That's a good touch, mate. It's a pretty basic game book when you were a kid. Mate, dig it up. I want to read that, mate. Maybe we'll read it on stream. Guys, if anybody's written a book, like a game book, send it to me and we will do like a fan special stream where we read the books that the fans have made. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So yeah, we can go north, west, or south, guys. Remember, if you're a member, you get priority if you highlight your message. Use that feature. Tim says west. Go west, where the air is warm. Go west, where Zagar is born. Go west, where the treasure stores. Go west, where we complete the book. You follow the passage westwards until it turns round a corner to the south. Just before the bend is a signpost which reads, under construction. Mountain not finished, guys. Under construction. And there's a guy with a hat on, with a cup of tea in his hand, with a biscuit. Sorry, mate, not allowed through here. Supervisor here. In front of you is the beginning of a stairway leading down. Only 3 steps have been built so far. A number of shovels, picks, and other tools are lying on the ground by the steps, but as you turn the corner, they suddenly flurried into action and began working on the steps. Oh, quick, someone's here, quick! Dig, 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 dig. You are now watching various tools digging and hammering as if handled by invisible workers. A humming chant becomes louder and you recognize it as hi-ho, 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 it's off to the Quico. As you stand watching, you start to chuckle and realize that Walt Disney is in the Fighting Fantasy verse. You wrote a sequel to Citadel of Chaos in HTML. Tim, mate, send that to me, mate. Send it to me. My email address is in the About section, by the way, so send it to me, man. I'll read it on stream, guys. Anything you send me, guys, I'll read on stream. You sit and watch and even manage to chat to some of the magical tools. So, you come here often, guys? Oh, hi, Mr. Pick, Mr. Shovel, how you doing? And then they're like going, oh yeah, we're manual labour here, guys. We're under, union rules here. But Zagar, he's works us to death, gets us working all the time. We never get a break. Magic ain't all it's cracked up to be, Gain 2 stamina points. Wow, we get 2 points, so we're up to 21 now. So we get a little bit of a buzz off the magical tools. And 1 skill point whilst you relax. Well, we're topped out with skills, so we can't go any higher. Then you turn back up the passageway to the crossroads where you can either go north or south, guys. It's so cute. Not like witnessing Razak's tunnel construction workers. Typical council workers. I mean, to be honest, I don't think I've ever come across this section of the book where, invisible workers are digging the tunnel still. They're still creating Firetop Mountain, guys. I mean, I don't know why Zagar can't just magic it right. I mean, he's got magic on his side, so why don't you just magic it, mate? Instead of getting your magical tools to do the work for you, just go, it's done. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's a powerful wizard. Surely he could just magic it right. Zagar, you know what? Zagar can never have any issues in his life, can he? He can never have anything go wrong in his life. If he's like, oh, shit. Lost the keys to the chest. I've lost the keys to me treasure chest. Bloody, where have I put them keys? One of his trolls would just go, oh, well, you just magic it right, mate. That's it. What's our stats? We have a skill of 9, a stamina of 21, and a luck of 11. And we are at a crossroads where we can go north or south. Yeah, you know what? There's so much pressure on Zagar. Guys, we have to really, he's got so much pressure on him as, the king of Firetop Mountain. He's got so many trolls and dead people and ogres living in his little house, and he's still building it. He's still putting an extension on. He's just a man at the end of the day who wants to make a nice little home, and people keep coming in trying to steal his treasure. I mean, it's like basically he's getting burgled all the time. No wonder he's pissed off. No wonder he lost his glove. I mean, he just wants to live alone in his mountain, and people keep trying to come in to steal his treasure. You'd be pissed off too if you just wanted to stay at home, read your fine fantasy books, and somebody keeps trying to break in to steal them. You'd be like, guys, I want to read me books. I want to extend me house. It's the tragedy of Zagar should be the next book. You play as Zagar. It's like The Sims. You play as Zagar, and you have to manage Firetop Mountain. That would be the next good book for fighting fantasy. The management of Firetop Mountain. The simulation management of Firetop Mountain. You play Zagar. You get a feeling all wizards are lazy. They always ask an adventurer. Mate, don't get me started on Yastromo. That pot-smoking lazy guy. Honestly, Yastromo is the laziest of them all. He smokes pot and he gets other people to do all his work for him. Like, seriously. Don't get me started on Yazzie. Alright? No wonder he's living under a bridge. North. We're going north. Which one's the one that lives? No, Yastromo is the one that lives in the tower. Who lives under Singing Bridge? I thought that was Yastromo, actually. Or did he move to live under the Singing? I can't remember. There's too many wizards, guys. But yeah, a bit of a lazy bunch of people, to be honest. They're not used to manual labour. It's all mental for them. Right, guys. You are following a passageway which leads ahead to the north. After several meters, it bends sharply to the east. You continue eastwards until you eventually come across a narrow opening in the north wall. You can go through this opening, or you can continue east, guys. Do you want to go through the narrow opening, or do you want to continue going east? Ooh, Interesting. Nicodemus, that was it. Nicodemus lives under the bridge. I think he might be the pot smoker. I'm sure Yastromo. Do you know what? One of them is a lazy pot smoking son of SOB. Can't remember which one it is now. I'm sure it's Yazzie. Could be Nico. Nico or Yazzie. I wonder if they're all a part of the same Magic Circle club, you know? Do they pay their membership fees and they get their little pack and, you know, they're all a part of the Magic Circle with old Zagar here? So are we going through the crack or the narrow opening or continuing east? What do you want to do, guys? It's a bit wet in here, isn't it? Bit wet in the dungeons. Yastromo has the obsession with tea. Tea, is it? Tea. One of them smokes a pipe. I'm telling you now. There's more in that pipe than tea. East or through the opening? You always like a bit of crack. What? The fuck? Rhymester, mate, what are you owning up to here? I always like a bit of crack. Mate. Secrets revealed. What's going on, mate? Cakes or something like that. You put your finger in the crack. Oh, okay, hang on. You're talking about a different type of crack, mate. Okay. I thought you were talking about the illegal kind. Sorry, mate. I'm sure we all do. Does that mean we're going through the opening, guys? Are we going to head for the opening? It says it's a narrow opening, guys. You know, maybe nobody's been through this opening before. You know, one might say it's a virgin opening. Which way are we going to go? We're going to go through the opening or are we going to go eastwards? What are we going to do? Butt crack. Oh, guys, mate. I love your chat. I really do. Guys, just put some random stuff in the chat. Oh. Do you know what? I just realised that the chat isn't actually available on the repeat viewing. So you have to watch it live if you want to see what other people are putting, because the actual live chat doesn't come up on the replay. So it's all now down to me to relay what is in the chat. Mate, they're going to wonder what the hell you guys were talking about. Stick it in the crack. Right, Rymester says let's go in the crack. Okay, we're going through, guys. Through the opening. You climb through the opening and you find yourself at the top of a narrow staircase going down. Cautiously, you descend the stairs. And you find another opening a bit further down. And there's like a spongy thing at the top here. You know? Passage continues. No, sorry. The narrow staircase is cut into the rock. And there are about 20 steps leading down. At the bottom of the steps, a passageway leads you into a large open chamber. The chamber stinks of putrefying flesh. I think we just walked into Jeffrey Dahmer's house. The smell is so bad that you are tempted to turn back. 3 bodies lie in the chamber. Now, you can either go through and search through the bodies, or tiptoe quietly in case you wake up the dead people, right, through to the other room. So do you want to tiptoe through the room, or do you want to search one of the 3 bodies, the first, the second, or the third? So what do you want to do, guys? More reason to make it to the live streams. Exactly, Flaming Heron. If you can get here live, it makes so much more sense and you have so much more fun. But you know, it's not the be all and end all. If you can't make it for one reason or another, you can rewatch the after, but limited experience, you know. So search the first body, search the second body, search the third body, or tiptoe through the room. What do you want to do, guys? Tiptoe through the room or go rummaging through dead people? It's up to you. Whatever you want to do, guys. We've got the cheese, right? I don't think we packed cheese on this adventure. Why? What's the cheese needed for? I don't know. We haven't got any cheese now. We've got 2 keys and a jewel on us. And 6 meals, but none of it contains cheese. I think our character might be, you know, dairy intolerant. Do you know, I did see on, I think it was Steam, that you can actually buy the digital version of this book, and it actually has got like a little dungeon and everything. It looks really cool. I mean, it's 15 quid, but I might like next time I get some money together, I might actually get that for a future live stream, because it does look like it might be fun. It really does. So we could possibly be doing this again. By the way, for anybody who is watching for the first time, one thing we do, by the way, is year by year, we never repeat the same book twice. So when we finish this book, we'll never come back to this book until next year, you know? And all of the previous years, we've been doing this since like 2018, I think, right? It started on Facebook, and if you go to the Fighting Fantasy Facebook page, which is run by myself, you'll actually see past live streams we did. And when we came to YouTube, all the streams, I think it was like 2019 when we first came to YouTube, all of those streams that we've done in the past are available to the members of the channel. So they're archived, but only the members can actually watch them. All the streams from this year you can re-watch up until the end of the year, and then they too will get archived just for the members. So there is a real benefit to becoming a member on this channel. Not only does it help and support me with this, and the more members I get, the more chance of me being able to do this full time there is, like where we could do a stream a week or a stream a day. Like, you know, if this becomes my job, I will be so happy to do this every day, guys. So if you want to really help support the channel, become a member, and you know, you'll have access to a lot more Fighting Fantasy. Digital game books are good. Yeah, I've got the Sorcery series, and they were okay. I did enjoy them, but you can't beat the books, guys. The books, I'm old school, I'm retro. The books are the best. But we did play through the Sorcery series once, the digital ones. So that is there available. Actually, that reminds me. Let me log into my Stream Elements for YouTube. How do I change? That's for Twitch, that's for YouTube. Let me check the activity, because I can actually see when people... so Kieran has renewed his first class membership. So Rivet has also... Oh, 13 hours ago. Wow, Rivet, thank you so much. You renewed your first officer membership. Thank you so much, by the way. I can actually see who has signed up and who has renewed their membership for this channel. So, wow. How many members have I got then? I don't actually... Let me check, because I can actually see quite a lot. I didn't realize there was this many. Right now, I have got... oh, it only tells me the names. Where, if I go to analytics, maybe. Where does it tell me the number? It should say the number. The number... You cannot beat the books. Mate, the books are ace. Audience... Total members... I used to be able to... YouTube keeps changing its ways. I used to be able to find out how many current members I've got, but I don't remember where to see this information. Oh, there we go. 15 members we have. 15 members, guys. Wow. Active members. That's what I need to be clicking, sorry. Active members. Yeah, 15 members on this channel so far. Yeah, I'm going to leave that up, so if you guys do actually... if somebody actually does join, I can thank them live on stream. In fact, have I got some sort of sound alert to play when somebody does? Because if not, I feel like I should get that set up. Oh, it does. It tells me in the chat here, sorry. It tells me when people do it during the chat. It'll say it in the stream. And then I trigger, that's right, I trigger the sound alert. Okay, I've got it now. It's also good to get it digital. I've used digital with the books I haven't got. Yeah, you can't beat the actual, you know, hard copy smell of the books. They're an accompaniment to the book. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, Flaming Heron. Shout out to all the members. Yeah. Shout out all 15 guys. All 15 of you guys are legends, are awesome. You know, thank you so much for supporting. And, you know, the access to the other stuff you have. I mean, this YouTube channel isn't just Fighting Fantasy. I also do flight simulation as well. And I also do have a gaming channel as well on a separate YouTube channel. So if you enjoy, like myself, you can enjoy me playing video games and flying around the world. Guys, I'm still waiting though. Are we tiptoeing through the room or are we searching some bodies? What? I haven't missed it, have I? No. They're the dudes. Yeah, that's what we should... I should create some sort of name for all the members, isn't it? They're the dudes. No, they can't be, Rhymester. They can't be the dudes. Can they? Because, you know, I'm the dude. You guys are... No, everybody's a dude at the end of the day. They're the dudes. So, yeah, we're in a room with a bunch of bodies. We can search the bodies, or we can leave and tiptoe through the room to the other side. Search the bodies, Flaming Heron says. But which body, mate? There's 3. You can search the first body, the second body, or the third body. So which body shall we search? We're gonna search some dead people, guys. But which one are we gonna do? First, second, or third? Put a number in the chat, guys. 1, 2, or 3. You had the dude video last week. Yeah, that's a super chat. So if anybody puts a super chat, we're searching the first body. Okay. If anybody does a super chat, by the way, which there's a little $ icon beneath the chat. And if you do a super chat, there is something that gets triggered as a thank you for doing the super chat. But they only happen when somebody does a super chat. So if there's no super chats, there's no video. I got 3 different videos. And I will replace them with Fighting Fantasy themed ones after this stream. So next time we come in, you'll actually see Fighting Fantasy themed clips. But at the moment, I just put something in just real quick, just so I could get used to doing it. Right, Flaming Heron says search the first body. Let's go sniff through a dead person. Here we go. You find 5 gold pieces, guys. We got 5 gold pieces. Well, hey, in the pockets of the corpse. We are the 4th body, Tim says. Yeah. Enter this on your adventure sheet and add another luck point, which we can't because we're already topped out on luck. Do you want to search the second? Well, I'll tell you what. We'll do what's said here. So Rivet was the next person. He said search number 3. And then Tim said search number 2. So we'll search the 3rd body now. Okay. Which becomes our 2nd body to search. As you search the body, you try to avoid looking at the face. Terrible it is. Grey, decomposing. Maggots crawl from its nose and mouth. You jump back startled when its eyes flick open. Just in time, you avoid a vicious slash from its long, sharp fingernails. It quickly springs to its feet and eyes you with a sadistic leer spreading across its mouth. That's it. Oh, yeah, turn to the next page. I was going to say, but where's the next bit? Guys, I think we've just woken up something here. The creature now standing before you is a semi-decayed man. We've killed 4 zombies. You don't scare me, Mr. Semi. His eyes quickly dart from side to side, watching you. He's like... His long tongue flashes out with a hissing noise. He's like that. Basically. His teeth and nails are sharp, and he doesn't seem to be afraid of your shit. He is a ghoul. Ugh. We've got a ghoul on our hands, guys. We have to fight a ghoul. We've got to fight the ghoul, guys. So he's got a skill of 8 and a stamina of 7. So we have to minus... He has to minus only 1. Okay. So he rolls a 10, which becomes a 9. Guys, this could be it. The ghoul could finish us off here. He got a 9. We roll a fucking 3. We lose... That's 6 points. We lose 3. We're down to 19. Shit's getting serious now, guys. He rolls an 11. 11, which becomes a 10. A 10. He did have a skill of 8, yes. He rolled a 10. We roll a 9, so we lose nothing because half of 1, we just... That's 0. Forget it. We just blocked it like that. Blocked his attack, which was a good attack. And we blocked it. So we're pretty badass, to be fair. He rolls a 7, which becomes a 6. We roll a 4. We lose 1 point. Flaming Aaron says, damn, I'm lucky. Mate, can we have some of that luck, please? This ghoul might be our undoing, guys. He rolls a 7, which becomes a 6. He has a 6. We roll a 6 ourselves. Whew. Nothing happens on that one. Whoa! Dice jumping out at me, man. Oh, hang on. It says here he has the ability to paralyze you if he scores 4 separate wounds on you during this battle. Shit. He's actually done as 2. He's done 2. So if we get hit twice more, we've been paralyzed, guys. Shit. So he's wounded us twice. Because he took us down from 19 to 21 and then down to 18. So that's twice. 2 more. Rivet, mate. Wow. Show your support for Adam's hard work. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. There's one of them. There's one of the super chats, guys. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Rivet. Show your support for Adam's hard work. Guys, the work we're doing now is hard. We gotta fight this ghoul. We gotta beat him. Right, he rolls a 4, which becomes a 3. We roll a 6. That's better. A 6. So he loses 3. He's down to 4 stamina. 4 stamina. He rolls a 6, which becomes a 5. We roll a 10. So we've killed him. We've killed the ghoul. Woo! All right. Guys, we killed the ghoul. If you defeat him, boom, we did. Guys, celebration times in the chat. Put in any emote you've got. Put in any little icon you've got. Man, we killed that ghoul. We nailed him. Here, here, Rivet. Thank you. The ghoul twitches and dies at your feet. The ghoul signs up over on Twitch and starts streaming, complaining about his death. You search his body and you find sweet FA. There's a couple of earrings. He had an earring. He had a bit of a fancy little. We've just George Michael'd this ghoul. He's worth one gold. They're worth 1 gold piece between them. Couple of earrings, so 2 gold piece. We'll just add the gold, so we got 7. I'm writing down earrings and shit. So we got 2 gold pieces. If you haven't already searched the first body, which we did, if you may also stop here, rest and eat provisions, guys. Add 2 points of luck for killing the ghoul. Well, we can't again because you know we're topped out on luck. And now you may either go north or search the second body, guys. So we can either eat, search the second body, or leave here and go up the passage of north. I'm loving these. Like, I'm loving the little things you're putting in, guys. Yeah. That's ace. Guys, we killed the ghoul, man. That could have killed us. Like, that ghoul, by the sounds of it, could have absolutely nailed us. Absolutely. So, yeah, we should eat. Okay, right. We're down to 18. So, we are 4 away. So, we can only have 1 meal, guys. So, we've got 5 meals, and we're back up to full strength. And I get a rich tea biscuit, which I'm going to chomp on the one that broke up. So, rich tea time. This actually keeps me going, guys, these biscuits too. I would like to face Zagar without an earring. Imagine that. Has he got an earring? As old Zaggy boy? Can't really tell. He probably has. Fancy wizard, isn't he? I imagine Zagar is a lot like that one from Family Guy. Oh, hello. You know, who's got the earring? I know. Yeah. Earrings, man. Actually, should we take those earrings? Because what if we come across some lady when we leave here? We could give them to her and say, Firetop Mountain earrings here. These are worth more than Pandora. Zagar looking rather hipster. Mate, Zagar. Let's have a look here. Oh, we can't. Need to find a decent pic of Zagar. Let me type in Zagar in Google search and see what comes up. Let's get a really good pic of him up on the old screen. Dude, there's a comic book called Zagar. No way! I never heard of this, guys. This guy... Oh, mate, this dude looks epic. Let me show you this picture of Zagar, guys. Right, guys, check this out, man. You guys are gonna love this. I'll just bring it up and then I'll delete it off afterwards. Where is the where is it? There it is. Well, it must be that one. Hang on, let me gotta see the icon. There it is. Guys, I didn't realize there was a plain... Check this out. There is an actual comic book called Zagar. Look at that. I'm Zagar! Do you have Tim Tam's biscuits over there? No, we don't, mate. I don't. But look at this Zagar here. I wonder if this is where they got it from. Yeah? Zagar. Ruler of the galaxy. Anybody heard of this? Anybody ever seen this before? Oh no. Mad that. And he seems to be the main man here because Zagar is the only thing coming up here. I'm gonna... Oh, here we go. Ooh, guys. Oh, I want this. Dudes, have you seen this? Imagine doing this, guys. Oh. Guys, this is what we want. This is what we need. Dudes, check that out. Imagine getting that. Painting that? Yes, please. Dudes, we need to do a painting stream. And the Warlock of Firetop Mountain 40th Anniversary Limited Edition Fighting Fest 4. You'd like to get a figure of Zagar? Dude, here we go. Join our community. Giant Blue Giant Studios. It's 40 quid, guys. That's all. Is that it? Limited edition. Well, if they're limited, at least, fortunately, we cannot accept edition number requests. Can I have, like, number 69 or something? Limited edition to 400. So I'm guessing they haven't sold 400 yet because it's still on the website. Dude, I'm going to put this in my Discord chat for those who are in the Black Lobster Inn. So, like, there you go. Dude, I want that. I'm going to get that. Next time I get 40 quid in my pocket, Zagar is coming home, guys. I'm telling you now. And we'll do a stream where we paint him together. I mean, check him out. Has he got earring in? I mean, let's have a look. Has he got any earrings in? It don't look like he has earrings, does it? Although, yeah, what's this orb thing on... It's like he's got tentacles coming off his... What's that all about? Eh? I'm Zagar. Oh no! Get out of my mountain! I'm Zagar. This is my mountain. Leave me alone! Look at that. A detail on that face. Who does he look like? He looks like an evil Ian McKellen. Doesn't he? He has a hint of Doctor Strange about him. No, I tell you who he looks like. What's that dude's name? Oh, Lovejoy. Like when he was younger, though. Can't remember the guy's name. I'm sure it was Michael somebody. Yeah, that's pretty cool, that is. That's really cool. You have to get the shape changer in the Forest of Doom. Guys, that could be a whole painting series, couldn't it? We get these figures, and there's some really good ones, you say, and then we paint them. I've got a load of oil paints. I actually have made an oil painting in my life, guys. I don't know how I can show it to you. I think I've actually got it on my phone, I think. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. I don't know how well this is going to come out, guys, on the, on the stream. Like, hang on. That's no. Again, I don't know how well it's going to come out, guys. I'll zoom in a bit, but I did an oil painting once. It was like inspired by Bob Ross, you know. And I gave it to my ex-wife so the kids could enjoy it. It's just a mountain, basically. But I don't know if that's coming across well or not on the stream. But so I've got like access to a load of paints. I don't know if you can use oil paintings on these figures. I think watercolors probably would be better because you could really get some that's charged. You could really get some nice color gradients with watercolors, I imagine. You know, build it up. But yeah, guys, would you guys be interested in seeing like a painting stream, guys? You love the artwork in the Warlock of Firetop Mountain? Russ Nicholson is a genius. Yeah, the artwork, mate, is really good in this book. I really do like it. I mean, look at that guy. Like Gladiator, isn't he? You still have the model fighting planes that you did over 20 years ago? F-16. What's that? What the model fight? Can you send a picture to me of that, mate? Is that alright? That looks cool. The painting. Yeah, I love it, mate. I mean, I don't have it anymore, but I have got all the stuff, and I've got a massive canvas. Dudes, I could do some sort of fighting fantasy painting. We could do a... Hiya. How you doing? Welcome to Fighting Fantasy Painting. We're just going to put some little Tweety birds here, and, you know, little trees here, and a few little dragons, and a little warlock there, and a little blood beast there, you know. And thank you so much for coming and watching the Fighting Fantasy paint stream. I could put a Bob Ross wig on. We could do a Bob Ross painting special. Let's say I've got a canvas, a blank canvas, and I've got the paint still, and I've got all the brushes, shit, and all the setup. We could literally do a Fighting Fantasy painting stream. I mean, I could hang it right here, guys, on this wall. And yes, to figure painting. Yeah, we'll do a figure painting live stream, guys. That'd be pretty cool. Better write this shit down because I have a bad memory. I have. So we got figure painting, and I'm gonna say canvas painting as well, because I think that would be pretty cool. Like, take a passage of a... Oh, guys, honestly, model warplanes and helicopters. That would be so cool to get a piece of, like, get a book. You know, passage in a book and turn it into a painting. Guys, I've got a really good, you know, paragraph here with lots of explanation and lots of detail, and we're going to turn it into a painting. Dude, that's... See, this is why I love you guys, because we come up with such great ideas, I think. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's actually a shit idea, but I think it's great. Just need to get the money and get the stuff and do it, basically. You'd like to get a figure of Zagar. I will be getting that figure. Definitely. That figure will be the first painting live stream we do. The Zagar figure. I'll contact them boys and I'll ask for a model, and we'll get a limited edition version of that. I mean, it's probably 3D printed at the end of the day, guys. I mean, anybody with a 3D printer can knock one of them up. Just made of resin, innit? Guys, what are we doing? Are we searching the second body, or are we going north? Did anybody say what we're doing? Zagar looks like a hipster. Make a figure display with a scene in a book. Yes. Yes. In one of the pictures in this book, you can see your own hand. Ooh, really? Do you know what? The first time... In these books, you never speak, do you? You never hear the characters say anything. But it's only in the last few books where they've started to actually give your character that you're reading an actual dialogue to say. I did draw the cover of Dead of Night when I was younger, free-handed. Mate, send that to me. Guys, any drawings you've made, send to me please through email, and I will show them on the channel. Like, don't think, oh, it's not worth it, guys. Don't think, oh, I'm embarrassed to show anybody. Guys, it's fighting fantasy. We're all as shit as each other, okay? But sharing is caring, guys. Like, I'll share you anything I've done for fighting fantasy, you know? And I'd love to see what you guys have done. We're going to search the second body, okay? Thank you, Tim. Right. Oh, it's literally 2 paragraphs down on the same page. You search the pockets of the other body and find 8 gold pieces. Nice. That gives us 15 gold pieces now. A bottle of liquid. Ooh, interesting. And an old piece of parchment. So, bottle of liquid. I hope that's not bloody, you know, ghoul piss. And an old piece of parchment. That could be toilet paper, couldn't it? Piece of parchment. Are we taking both of these things? I guess we are, aren't we? I mean, I'm writing them in like we are, but you guys get the decision if we actually take this stuff or not. It says you may take these items. You can either test the liquid or read the parchment. Guys, do we want to take these things with us? And do we want to test what the liquid is? I hope you can smell it first. Or do you want to read the parchment paper? Actually, I've got some popcorn here. I can make some popcorn. Might have some popcorn after this stream. I'm actually surprised my internet's held up. It's been green here the whole time, and I'm so surprised because yesterday and even this morning when I first tried to go live, it was red, which means bad network connection. So they must have fixed whatever problems I was having last night. What are we doing, guys? Yes, and don't test it. Mate, what does that mean? I don't know what that means, mate. Yes, and don't test it. Dead of Night. Now there is a game book. Read the parchment, Tim says. Right, okay. Read the parchment. Guys, if there is a delay, then what I've said, please be specific, because I might not know what, if you just say yes, or if you just say no. Like, I don't know what that is. If I've said so much in between by the time I get that message, or by the time it comes up for you guys to respond back, I don't know what I've said. The parchment is well worn and almost illegible. It is a map of some sort headed the Maze Zagor. You can make little sense of it, although it says by Rhymester in the corner. Although a room to the north is marked GER, and another to the east is marked SM space P space LE. Doesn't make any sense. You fold the map up and you put it in your pocket. Now, if you want to test the liquid, you can. Otherwise, you make your way north. Do we want to test the liquid, guys? Do we want to see what this ghoul piss is like? I mean, it could knock our socks off. It could be really good. It could be like, whoa, dude, this ghoul piss is another level. Spellsing is some of my favorite illustrations, eh? Besides being a great book. Oh, hang on. There's a book. Yeah, there's a book called Spellsing. I thought you meant Spellsing in the chat. Then I'm like, hang on. Is he an illustrator? Is Spellsing an illustrator for the books? But it's a book, yeah. Sorry, Flavin Aaron, mate. Spellsing, is that why you named your YouTube channel Spellsing after the Fighting Fantasy book? Sorry, meant to take them, but don't test. Okay, we're not going to test the liquid. Right, okay. And we are taking them. Thank you, Flavor Aaron. Right. Right, so we're leaving via the north. We're going north. You leave the chamber, walk down a short passage, and reach a staircase now going back up. You climb the stairs and arrive at the top in a passageway. So that basically was a little room down below. Basically. Now we're back up to where we kind of, like, on the same level as we were before. At the top of the stairs, the passage turns sharply to the east. As you pause to get your bearings, you hear a creaking in the rock behind you. You spin round in time to see a heavy portcullis drop down to seal off the passageway behind you. Which kind of means nobody's gotten this far before if that portcullis doesn't retract back up again. Your only way now is forward. You may either press on forward, which, yeah, or we can check the walls for secret passages. Ooh. So what do we want to do? Do we want to check the walls for secret passages? Or do we want to just keep walking forward, guys? What do you want to do? Checking it or walking up? Guys, I'm so surprised we've lasted this long in this book. Like, so many times we've died. So I think the quickest death we've had was like 20 minutes into a story. I really think, like, I think we're so fortunate that we've made it this far. I did actually, by the way, I did think about changing the layout of this stream to having a section here, cutting the camera here, and having me up here with like our adventure sheet down here. But in all honesty, like, I don't want too much on the screen. I quite like the fact that there is room for me to move in this space, and that you get the book, the cover of the book here. Like, I quite like that. So I don't think I will be, you know, cutting the level up, moving my camera up, and having the adventure sheet down below. That's dynamic changing and that. And it's like, because you guys, that it prevents you guys from writing down and keeping track of the stats yourselves. And I think I prefer you guys to track it, you know, as well as me tracking it. But because if it was there, you wouldn't write it down, and that's like less stuff for you guys to do. And I think I prefer when you guys write down and track the stats as well. You was replying to Spellsing in regards to Dead of Night on your phone. Oh, guys, that reminds me. Do you know what? Another thing I did, guys. Here, again, I'll share you my content for Fighting Fantasy. I actually, where is it? Sure, it must be under videos. Is it under videos? There must be videos. So there is an app out there. Yes, it is under videos. I've got to find all the books, though. I did a series of books, right? The covers of the books. So here is Blood Bones, guys. So there is an app out there where you can take artwork and you can change it and tweak it and add effects into it. And so here is one where, like, Blood Bones, basically, I turned it into a living thing. So it's moving. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me rewind it, because it is a video at the end of the day. where I turned it into a living cover. So you've got lightning, you can see the sails moving, you know, you can see his tattered clothes moving. Again, I don't know how well this is coming off on the camera. I will try and put these out on a video so you guys can actually see. I did the House of Hell book. The app is called Warble, and I think this one was my first one I did. So again, atmospheric smoke, rain. It just like, it brings the book cover to life, you know? So it's like an actual living cover. I did Dead of Night, as that's what reminded me. There's the Dead of Night with the flames licking and lightning and snow whipping by, which I know the snow isn't on the cover, but like, you know, literally I wanted to go through all the books. Some books are a little bit harder to do than others. I think that was the last one, to be fair. That was, but they were basically tests. I think that's it. And I got some strange videos on my phone. I don't even know what half these videos are. I think that was it, guys. Oh, there's one here with John Hammond from Jurassic Park. What's that all about? Yep, that's it. So, like, I'll try... Yeah, 3D art, basically, I guess. I'll have to try and put them together in a little compilation and maybe throw it for the members. But if you're not making sense, you blame the lack of sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night, I tell you. My plan for sleeping last night was to go to bed between 9 and 10 and wake up between 9 and 10 and try and get 12 hours sleep. So I'd be energized for the stream. But I think it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, I went to sleep and I woke up like, I can't remember the time, sometime between 12 and 2, and I couldn't get back to sleep until about 5. Like, and I don't even think how much at 5 I did actually go to sleep, and I think I woke up at 7 or 8 and then stayed awake. So I'm actually surprised that I'm actually more tired than I am. I don't actually feel that tired. It's probably the rich tea biscuits and the hot chocolate, but I feel like I should be more tired. I think I'm just slowly getting my energy levels back. Anyway, where are we up to, guys? We're looking for either secret passages or going forward. What do you want to do, guys? Glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I do. From about 2 weeks ago, I feel a hell of a lot better. It's just I find that I tire easier. So, I just gotta manage my energy levels. Basically, if I sit and watch telly, I can probably stay awake a lot longer. But you're doing nothing then, and I prefer to be doing something. So, but thank you, Spellsing. Thank you for that, mate. Secret passage. We're searching for secret passages, guys. We're like a blind man in a brothel. We're just gonna feel our way around. Okay. It says here you don't find any secret passages. However, your explorations attract some sort of creature. And as you listen, you can hear something coming down the corridor towards you. To find out what sort of wandering monster you have come across, turn to 161. You must fight the creature, and if you defeat it, you may press on down the passage by turning 2. However, at section 161, you will not be told where to progress to. Right, okay, so we've got to write down the number 48. Okay, so we have to come back to go to that. Okay. So you will know where to go. Right, so we're turning to 161. I think this is going to be a dice roll situation. Like, it's going to be one a multi... Yep. So, basically, make sure you have noted the reference, which we did. You'll return to that reference after dealing with this creature. Your tappings and scrapings on the rock face, as you search for a secret door and passageway, resonate through the dungeon corridors. Various creatures roam freely through the underworld, and your noises have just attracted the attentions of one of the following monsters. Roll 1 die. Okay, here we go. I rolled a 5. So we got a skeleton after us. So we basically... Wandering monsters never carry any treasure, so... If we defeat this monster, we don't get anything for it. But it's a skeleton, guys. A skeleton walking through the corridor. Okay? Wear the earrings. So the skeleton's got a skill of 6 and a stamina of 5. So it's going to have to reduce its attack by 3. I feel like this is going to be, you know... In the brothel, the blind man is king. Okay. He rolled a 3. So basically, whatever we roll now is damage for him. Guys, he's dead. He's got a skill of 5. We roll a 6, he's dead. Boom. We knocked that skeleton straight off his feet. So, going back to that page now, you were in an east to west corridor. You can go east, which will turn a corner going north, or you can go west, guys. What do you want to do? Do you want to go east, or do you want to go west? What you fancy doing, guys? We're in the maze of Firetop Mountain, by the way, now. Just to let you know. So we could easily get lost here. I've played through this book where literally going around in bloody circles all the time. East. Rhymester says, let's go east. We're going east. You turn a corner to the north after that. Huh. Interesting. They already tried and confused you on that one. You are at the south end of a north to south corridor now. So you look up north and you can see a passageway coming off from the east wall. Do you want to go up the north to south corridor, check for secret passages as you go north, or go south and follow a bend down to the west? Fucking tricky bastards. They make it sound. So they've got 3 options, guys. You can head north. You can check for secret passages as you head north, or you can head south and go west. What do you want to do, guys? I mean, it's obvious when you see it, but reading it, it's not that obvious. It's a little bit tricky, guys. Bullshit, mate. Man, oh man, oh man. Phil was okay tired, guys. I said, oh, I'm surprised I'm not tired, and now I can feel it start to happen. Oh man. You're already confused, Flaming Heron. Well, it's quite simple. We're at a corridor, and it goes up north. So we can either head north as one option. We can east. Rhymester says east. That wasn't an option to go east, mate. The options were go up the passage to the north, one option. Check for secret passages as we walk north, two options. Or go south following a bend to the west. So going east ain't an option, to be honest. So I think Rhymester is just writing east every time. East, 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 east. Go east, mate. North. Rhymester says go north. Okay. We're going up the passage. You are standing now at a T-junction where a passage to the east comes off a north to south corridor. So you can either go south, you can check for secret passages as you go down south, or you can continue to go north, or you can check for secret passages as you go north, or you can go east. Tim says south. The fuck, Tim? Have you read this book, mate? Tim, Tim wants to drag it out. Right. You're now down at the south end of a north to south corridor, and you're looking up north. You can either go up and head north, or you can check for secret passages as you walk north, or you can go down south and follow a bend down to the west. Guys, if you had the map in front of you and you knew what you were doing, these choices are obvious and yet ridiculous. Like, it's harder than it looks. Like, in the book, it makes you think you're completely lost. Rhymester says go north again. Guy, I got deja vu here. Here we go again. Guy, don't anybody say south. You're standing in a T-junction where a passage to the east comes off a north to south corridor. You can either go south, you can check for secret passages as you go south, or you can go north, or you can check for secret passages as you walk north, or you can go east. Deja vu already. Tim says north this time. Thank you, Tim. So we're going north. He really does a number on us, doesn't he, in this book? So now we're standing at a bend in the passage where you can either go west or south. You can head west or you can head south, or you can check for secret passages on the way south, Tim says. What? Tim, you're burning us, mate. Why did you say south? You're standing at a T-junction where a passage to the east comes off a north to south corridor. You can either go south, you can check for secret passages as you go south, you can go north, or you can check for secret passages as you go north, or you can go east. Deja vu again. Oh, mate. Go south. Fuck, you guys are... These guys are just... Right. You are at a south end of a north to south corridor. Looking north, you can see a passage coming off from the east wall. Do you want to go up this passageway? Do you want to check for secret passages as you walk north? Or do you want to continue to go south and then follow a bend to the west? Which doesn't make sense. It actually should be a bend to the east, because if you're in the actual corridor going south, the corridor has come from the east, not the west. That's a bit of a mistake in the book there, guys. Because you're at the south end of a north to south corridor. So looking north. Yeah. Search. Rhymester says, search for secret passages as we walk north. Okay. But secrets are going to be revealed now. As you try the walls up the passageway, a secret door opens up along the west wall. Ooh. You are now standing in a north-south passage. To the north, you can see a passage off to the east. You can investigate that. To the south, the passage turns westwards when it should turn east. You may go to the southern end of the passage, or in the west wall in front of you is a secret door. Ooh. Or you lose your mind. I mean, I know exactly where we are, guys, and it's getting painful. So, we can either, because we're standing in a north to south passage, we can go north, and we see a passage that goes off to the east. We can investigate that. We can go north, Rhymes to say, okay, go north, right, fair enough. So we go north, we can see a passage off to the east. Let's go investigate that for the second time. Actually, that's the third time we investigated this one. He confused himself writing it, mate. You are standing at a T-junction where a passage to the east comes off a north to south corridor. You can go south, or you can check for secret passages on the way south, or you can go north, or you can check for secret passages on the way north, or you can go east. Which one do you want to go, guys? This is the third time we've been to this paragraph, by the way. Just to let you know. We're already lost in the maze of Firetop Mountain. What are we doing, guys? Rhymester says we're going north again. Let's go north. You are standing at a bend in the passage where you may either go west or south. Or you can check for secret passages on the way as you go west, or you can check for secret passages as you go south. Curse you, Jackson, for creating this monstrosity. Which way do you want to go, guys? West or south, or we can check for secret passages as we go west or as we go south. 4 options there. Which one do you want to do? Oh, please. Please stop. I can feel a part 3 coming up to this next week already. Or you can go to buggery. You can just sit down and cry. We're going west. Okay, guys. New paragraph time. Come on, guys. We can do this. Come on. You're standing at a crossroads, by the way. To the west, the passageway goes on for a few meters and eventually turns north. To the north, the passageway ends at a door. To the east, the passage continues and eventually turns south. Looking south, the passage goes on as far as you can see. North, south, east, or west. Tim has just said west. So, is that in response to what I've just said now? Or was that as part of what we said before? I need clarification, Tim. Because if so, Tim's put it in, but if not, then nobody has. So, was that part of the previous choice, Tim, or was that this choice that I was saying, north, south, east, or west? Because everybody could be watching at different points, you see in the video. That's where it's going to get confusing. So as soon as Tim comes back to me to tell me, no mate, that was the previous one, sorry, or no, it's the current decision, then I can continue on. Because if it was part of the previous one, we take Rhymesters. But if it isn't, then we take Tim's. Two different options here. So, which one is it? Come on, Tim. The whole fate of the world is hanging on you, mate. Oh. Tim's lost. Tim's lost. Right, well, if Tim, you're lost, we're going with Rhymester then. So we're going north. Don't worry, if we get too lost, guys, we'll take a break for till next week, okay? So now you're standing outside a door at the north end of a north to south passage. You can either go south or you can go through the door. What do you want to do? Do you want to go through the door or do you want to go south, guys? Fuck you know. Oh no, we're there. Shit. Oh, okay. Open the door or go south? What do you reckon, guys? What do you reckon? Open the door, Rivet says. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go through the door. Have to check the door, I reckon. No, you just entered a large square room. Broken pottery lies scattered all about. One large clay vase is untouched and is full of clear liquid. A large bowl is full of gold coins. As you enter the room, the door slams behind you and you swing round to face a strange looking creature. It's half man, half bull, who is glaring at you. He is a minotaur and he stalks towards you, guys. He's got a skill of 9 and a stamina of 9. Guys, he's equally matched with us. Now it says here, after 3 attack rounds, you maneuver yourself to be able to run out through the door. So we can escape after 3 attack rounds. But you will pay a penalty. Or we can continue fighting him to the death. So, here we go, guys. We're going to fight the Minotaur. Curse you, Zagor! Right, so it's evenly matched. So anything's possible. Our stamina is full, 22. His is 9. He rolls a 3. Ha ha! We've got you, Minotaur, man. We roll an 8. He rolled a 3. That's 5 difference. Boom! He's down to 4, guys. We've just cut his stamina in half. Whatever we did it good. Now that's the first round. He rolls on the second round an 8. We roll a 6, which means that's 2, but we only lose 1. That's not too bad. That's the second round, guys. Remember, we can escape. He rolls on the third round now a 6. We roll a 12! Double 6s, motherfuckers! He's dead! You're going downtown where the sun is shining, Minotaur down. Minotaur is dead. Man, we've killed him. You continue fighting and kill him. Boom. Guys, we rolled double 6. That kills him instantly. See what I mean? It's the element of surprise. You sort through the broken pots. You find little of interest. What about that big pot of gold, mate? The liquid looks and smells and tastes like water, though. The coins in the pot are fraudulent. They're all fake. Fucking 8 genuine gold pieces lie on the surface of the pile, though. We can actually take those, so we'll have that. That gives us 23 gold pieces. Guys, we might be able to carry this character over to the next book. But underneath, it's just painted pieces of pot. Minotaur weed, guys. That's what it is. As you tip the vase out, it slips and breaks. And a red-colored key appears, hidden inside a false bottom in the bowl. You may take this key. It is inscribed with the number 111, which we've already got. The fuck? We've already got the key that says 111. Although this one is a red-colored key, the one that we've picked up wasn't red-colored. Steve Jackson, what you doing to us, mate? We already picked up a key with 111 on it. So, what happened then? We picked up this second key before we even got to the bloody... I mean, I guess I got a right red key then. Because the other one didn't actually say it was a color. So we got 3 keys now. Do you reckon that was a mistake, or he was intentionally doing that? Because this is a red key, whereas the other one didn't have a color. So, anyway, you may rest here and have provisions. Actually, no, you can't, because you've only got... You're on 21 stamina, so we don't need. But it says here we could also add 2 luck points for defeating the Minotaur, which we can't. We're topped out with luck as well. So, we leave via the room. Ba-boom. Guys, that is ace, isn't it? Absolutely ace. Guys, I'm going to have to put this on repeat because I'm running out of sound effects. Right. You can walk out of the door and you are now standing outside of a door at the north end of a north to south passageway. Obviously, we don't want to go back through the door, do we, guys? Although that is an option. Or we can go south. Do you want to head back in the room, or do you want to go south? A lot of duplicates. Ah, right. It's a duplicate key. So he's made multiples in case he loses one. Smart wizard. Don't lose your duplicate, though. Don't give it away to somebody, or, you know, what if somebody steals your duplicate? What's going to happen then? What are we going to do? We're going to head back in that room we just walked out of, or are we going to go south? Rivet says let's go south. Let's not go back in the room we just left, because there's nothing of interest in there. That's good thinking. So now we're standing at a crossroads, guys. And to the west, the passageway goes on a few meters, and it'll eventually turn north. To the north, the passageway ends at a door, which is where we've just come from. To the east, the passage continues and eventually turns south. And as we look south, we can see the passage goes on as far as the eye can see. So we can head north, south, east, or west, guys. What do we want to do? I have a feeling, guys, if we don't make any headway out of this little maze in the next 5 minutes to 10 minutes, we might have to part 3 this book. Because I don't know how much more I'm going to sleep after this. West, Rivet says. We're going west. He writes in a very confusing way. Yeah. Very clever, isn't it? So now we're standing at the corner of a bend in the passage. There's a passage that goes north, which ends at a dead end. We can investigate the dead end, or we can go east, guys. Do we want to go north, or do we want to go east? Where do we want to go, guys? North. Rhymester says we're going north. So we're north, which ends at a dead end. We're going to investigate the dead end. Okay. You're now standing at the north end of a short to north to south passage, and you're at a dead end. Do you want to investigate the wall, or do you want to go south? Kind of gives you two I mean, I'm guessing you guys want to investigate the wall because that's why you said come this way, but it gives you the option to turn back around, guys, without investigating the wall. What shall we do? Should we investigate, do Columbo work on the wall, or should we turn back around? You've really got to have your wits about you with this. Because if you don't, and you just start randomly saying north, south, east, or west, that's where you end up just going around in circles. You've really got to picture it in your mind. And you've really got to have a map. You know? Which way are we doing? Investigating the wall or heading back south? A chocolate. Oh, feels nice. What are we doing, guys? Man, hello? What's happened, guys? Are we going, you know, are we investigating this wall or are we heading south? Because those three answers are part of the previous decision. So we chose rivets going south, which is why we came to investigate this wall. Because it gave us kind of the same choice twice. Rhymester said investigate a wall, so we did. Rivet said go south. The messages are coming through very slowly. Very slowly. They are indeed, mate. So, are we investigating this wall that we've... Because we came down the south passage to investigate, as indicated by the chat. But now it's asking us basically the same shit again. Do you want to investigate the wall or go southwards? And that's not even where we are. I thought we were there, but we're not. Not even indicated. Investigate! Let's investigate the wall, guys. You don't find any secret passageways, but as you press the walls, you hear a click. You feel dizzy and slump to the ground. Fuck it hell. When you come to, your surroundings are strange. Ooh. What? I don't think I've ever been in this bit. When we come to, we're standing at a crossroads, guys, where we can go north, south, east, or west. Which way do you want to go? Oh, okay. I see. So yeah, we passed out, and when we came to, we're now stood at a crossroads. Rhymester says we're going south. Okay. We go south then. You set off south along a cobbled passageway. It swings west, then south, then west again, until you find yourself at a three-way junction. Whoa. Now they're all suddenly coming in. You're at a three-way junction, guys. Do you want to go north, west, or back east? You set off south along a cobbled passageway. It swings west, then south, then west again, till you find yourself at a three-way junction. So you can either go north, west, or you can head back east. Which way shall we go? North, west, or east? I think the next decision, guys, unless we're still wandering around this maze, if we start to make some headway on this maze, then I'll continue, but if not, we'll just part 3 it, because I don't know how much longer I've got here in terms of energy. Right, so you set off and find yourself in the middle of a north to south passageway. There is a door in the western wall of the passage. Opposite the door is a passage going off eastwards. To the north, you can see a door some meters ahead. To the south, you can see a junction. Which will you choose? The door in the east wall, the door to the north, or do you wish to go southwards, or do you wish to go eastwards? 4 options. 2 doors, 2 passageways. Which one do you want to do? And at east, Rhymester says eastwards. Okay. Right. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to read this passageway, and then the choice that we make is going to be noted for next week, guys. Okay? I know where we are, and there's possibly, unless we continue to get whirling around the maze, it's still another, like, hour of gameplay, I reckon. Even if we just got to the, where we're going, there's probably still like another hour of gameplay, which I just don't have within me. But it could possibly be even longer if we continue to loop. So whatever we decide on the next one is what we're going to have for next week, next Sunday, where we'll have part 3. It's a trilogy. The trilogy of Firetop Mountain. So the passageway runs east for several meters and then goes north. You walk a long way north. You can check for several secret passages along the way. Can you give us a sneaky clue, fella? Yeah, like we're an hour away from completing the book. There's your sneaky clue. You walk a long way northwards. You may check for secret passages along the way as you walk north, or you can simply proceed to walk north without checking for shit. What do you want to do, guys? Do you wish to walk north, or do you wish to check for secret passages as you walk north? So there's your options. Thanks for letting me play, Tim says. See you next time. Tim's leaving, mate. Tim, mate, we're literally 5 minutes away from ending the stream. What are we going to do, guys? Walk north or check for secret passages as we walk north? A couple of choices here. We've been live for 3 hours, guys. 3 hours. Yeah. Although it's 20 to 3. We started at noon. It should be... Huh? That don't make sense. How have we been live for 3 hours, according to OBS, and yet it's only 20 to 3, and I started this at noon? It should be 3 o'clock. There's 20 minutes missing. Guys, have we dropped out of time or something? Right, check for secret passages as we proceed. So... we are checking for secret passages, and that is where what we're going to be doing next Sunday, okay? So I'm going to note that down. That's where we are. There we go. Noted. Book is going in my dice rolling box with the dice. And I'll take my sheet, and I will put it in my cupboard till next week, guys. And that is it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for showing up, guys. I really appreciate Rhymester, Rivet, Tim, Spelsing, Flamin' Heron. There was somebody else who came in. What was his name? City Man. Thank you so much for joining. I know you're probably not watching now, but thank you anyway. There was somebody else, somebody who came in. John Atkinson, thank you so much. Cold Concept RPG, that was the thing. Cold Concept RPG, that sounds like he might do. Hang on, let me check him out. Because that sounds like he actually might do Fighting Fantasy. Like, or he plays those games. Let me look at his channel. Because if he does this on YouTube, I'll give him a shout out, like. I no problem shouting people out. Cold Concept RPG, there he is. Role-playing video games he does. He actually has done this book. He's done it as a part 1, a part 2, but he must have completed it. He's only got 3 videos on his channels, guys. I'm going to give him a shout out, okay? So, Cold Concept RPG, which he came in the chat earlier. He was here. I don't know if he's here now. Cold Concept RPG, are you in the chat still, mate? Here is the link to his channel. Go check it out. But guys, don't go anywhere yet. Don't be leaving yet. I've still got something for you. Just hold your horses, guys. Just wait. So, we need to... Let me minimize this, and it'll go dark for a bit. Schedule reuse part 3. I'm going to drop the link in, guys, to next Sunday's stream, and I want you guys to go and like it. Public. So next Sunday is the 19th of March, guys. I don't believe I've got anything. So it's 12 p.m. I really don't think I have got anything that I have to do. So it's just creating that that stream. The thumbnail still says part 2. We need to change that. Burn. It's actually burned into the thumbnail. So we need to change that. Guys, just bear with me 1 second, guys, while I quickly put this together. And then save. Although this says, hang on. This says I'm live. This is the live stream. Shit. I said reuse the settings, mate. I thought I clicked into... Oh shit, that's upcoming. Shit, I've just deleted that for the... It's fucking There we go, upcoming. Oh, fuck. I've just... Hang on, I've got to redo that. I've just deleted the thumbnail for this stream, guys. I'll have to redo that. Let me put the link in, guys, for this stream, and then you guys can go. It's been enjoyable, Rhymester says. Keep going, mate. I'm knackered. His latest video, he is opening his new books. Right, he is interested in doing live playthroughs. Mate, I tell you what I'm interested in doing, guys. I'm interested in doing group playthroughs with other channels. So, like, if you have a YouTube channel and you're interested in doing, like, a live stream, like, I can have other channel people on here, you know, on the actual stream. Like, that's something I'm interested in. Right, it won't let me... Reload, mate. Reload. I need to give you the link, guys. It's not letting... It's still... Okay, guys. Here is the link to part 3. Forget what the thumbnail says. It won't let me change it for some reason. I'm trying to change it, but it's not saving it. I probably have to end this stream first before I can do that. So, just ignore what the thumbnail says, guys. Because YouTube is having a bit of a time. But, guys, thank you so much for coming and watching. I've got to redo the thumbnail for this stream because I accidentally deleted it. But yeah, guys, Tim says do one of the multi-layer books or multiplayer books. Yes, we did do one of the advanced series before as a member only. So if you're joined as a member, like, we will do like streams for members only. And those Advanced Fight and Fantasy Series books are prime target for that type of live stream. So there's another reason to become a member on my channel. Guys, join up as a member. It really helps me. It helps me towards my goal of doing this full time. So, Rhymes to Mate, the map is invaluable. Guys, here is a quick flash of the map. That is honestly so, like... worth its weight in gold. I cannot bloody wait to get these. Like, to be honest, we've got enough for volume 1, in all honesty. It just needs the interviews, the stories, and the writing, and the permissions, the legalities. So, yeah. But I think this is... And it would be an official release as well. It wouldn't be like a fan-made project. This would be an official release. That's, you know, Steve and Ian would promote as well. So, anyway. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate this. Part 3, next Sunday, 12 noon, UK time. We can still have a little bit of a chat as I end it, guys. So don't, like, think I'm going anywhere. I still do have a little bit of a chat as a countdown, and I'll work out. Oh, I can actually sort this out now with the thumbnail. So let me sort out the thumbnail and create the text for it. So part 3 is what I need to write, and then I need to change the thumbnail. Part 3, add the layer, like somewhere where it doesn't take over the whole thing. Part 3, there we go. Save that. So when you click the link now, guys, it should actually have the part 3. Unless it takes time for YouTube to catch up. UD man, Adam. No, mate. No, you guys. You guys.
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or duder or, you know, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
That's what it is. Hey? So guys, yeah, go click that link in the chat, guys. Head over to the stream that's just been created for next week. Don't actually click that link in the chat now because I think it's broken. Let me pop in this one. This one should actually work. Click that link. Head over. It should be all okay. And like the video. It'll say live in 6 days. Pop on a thumbs up the video itself, and basically, yeah, we's be good to go. Minute left. Some trivia. Paragraph 192 is not used in this book. Wow, what? What do you mean it's not used in this book? Well, let me read. I'm going to read out 192 real quick. 192 says turn to 169. So that says turn to another page. And 169 says, one by one, all the keys click into place. That paragraph 192 actually leads you to the end of the book. Because that paragraph I said, it said turn to page 400. So, wow. What was your favorite of the book? RV, welcome to Fighting Fantasy. We've just finished. 25 seconds left, mate. What was my favorite part of this book? It will be when we finish Zagor off. And we go over to win the book. That'll be my favorite part of the book. But I don't know. It's so much of the book here. So much of the book. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Take care. And I'll see you next Sunday